Good evening. This is NerdRave87, and today I'm starting a new challenge in Vintage Story. In this challenge, I have to wait an entire year before even making anything with metal, any kind of metal. I am stuck in the Stone Age for an entire year. Then, for another year, I'll be stuck in the Copper Age. 1 age per year. That's the name of this challenge. It's not a vanilla challenge. Although I could undertake this challenge in vanilla, there are several mods that I have grown accustomed to that I would not play Vintage Story without. If you want to take a look at them, here they are. Most of them are vanilla friendly. Generally, I don't like mods that break the game in my favor. So, I've constructed a world in which to play this challenge. And this basically will become my long-term world. So let's spawn in, and I will elaborate as I play. Here's my gray man. I'm going to choose Commoner because I have Seraph leveling installed. And that is a mod that allows me to increase my stats as I play. And also unlock certain traits that are exclusive to the other classes. As well as their exclusive crafting recipes. Let's see. Okay. I appear to have spawned in an andesite province. A geological province, that is. One thing I absolutely want is flint, because with flint, I can bang flint against flint to make a knife. Hold on just a minute. Let me turn the game down a little. There we go. Now, you might think this seems similar to another block game. You wouldn't be wrong. This started out as a mod for Minecraft, but it quickly grew into its own game. And it's actually quite different from Minecraft. Like, I could go over there and punch any of those trees, but it would not do a single thing. Because you can't just punch a tree and get wood from it. If you want wood, you have to make an axe. That is a temporal rift. In general, you do not want to get close to these. In fact, you want to stay as far away from these as you can get. What I need right now is... well, that's not what I need, but I can definitely use some food. What are these? Strawberries. Flint is some of the most valuable stone that you can harvest, especially in the early game. It's basically the best material to make tools out of, except for obsidian. But we are not in a basalt province, so that's kind of out of the question. Whoa. Alright. I've got no beef with you, sir. I'm not looking to disturb you. Anyway. This is what happens when you get too close to one of these. So yeah, you don't want to get close to one of those. Bad things happen. Now let's get some more cattails. Cattails are very important. Man, what's the deal with this place anyway? Rainfall in this area very common. As for these cattails, I would like 46. Possibly more. Hold on, what in the world is going on? That is not... What? Well, that's just the strangest thing. It didn't yield cattails, instead it just destroyed the entire plant. Ooh, there's a cave. We do not want to go into the cave. That's dangerous. Yeah, okay, those are working. Man, that was really weird. Oh, 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 oh. That is why we don't like to go into caves. There are monsters in the caves. Beasties, even. We don't like them. That's a bear. Let's stay away from the bear. There's one of my mods. Seraph leveling. Over time, the more you do something, the better you become at it. For instance, the more you travel, the faster you become at traveling. Anyway, let's start putting some of this stuff to work. Here's another one of my mods. Walking stick. Walking stick is very useful. You craft one and it allows you to walk up on a block. For instance, if I walk here, there. But if I don't have it equipped, I just stay here. So the walking stick is very useful when traveling. And it looks like you can whack things with it. Now, what I need to be looking for is a place to stay. But even more than that, I need to be looking for some firewood. Looks like I'm in claystone now. And there's some shrooms. I hate mushrooms in real life, but if it's in game, it's good. Actually, mushrooms have a rather long shelf life, 18 days. So that's nice. There's some flax. I definitely want to mark that. And I actually have a mod called Map Auto Marker, which if I look at something and crouch, it'll mark it on my map. Only for specific things, though. Oh, onions. Definitely like onions. Anyway, I definitely want to mark any crops I find, because those will be very important to my survival. I like this place. Rainfall is common. which will be helpful when I decide to start a farm. Ooh, more mushrooms. We love puffballs around here. Puffs are always welcome. So, another thing we're going to need for the first night is lots of grass and lots of dirt. The grass is fairly easy. All you have to do is cut grass with the knife. And my goal is 25 grass. No, let's go for 41 grass. Oh, got a little carried away. All right. Let's get some dirt now. And with this, I basically will have everything that I need. Oh, the sun's getting pretty low, and it is getting dark. So, let's make some packed dirt. And with that packed dirt, we'll make some rammed earth. And I just broke my shovel. Uh, okay. Let's make it here. We definitely want a shelter for the night. So let's for now, I think I'll make this my home. I'll make it 5 by 5. By 3. That's definitely not enough. I need more dirt. Which means I need another shovel. But before I do any of that, I need a fire starter. And I need bales of hay. 3 of those become a bed. And the other 2 become a sort of makeshift door. Sticks and cattails become torches. Place a torch. Use a fire starter. And now I have light. Light the other torches. Oh, we don't like that sound. We don't like it at all. I'm gonna make a spear. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the nights in Vintage Story can get pretty dark. as you can see. And anything that does not sound natural is probably not natural. So we need a means to defend ourselves. And a means to light our surroundings. I need more dirt to finish this structure. Usually I would say this place is fine, especially with low rift activity. So that's what I can see up here. With low rift activity, rifts very seldomly spawn, and they seldomly spawn monsters. The demons don't usually come out. But better safe than sorry. So what we'll do is we'll set this bed down for now. I need to eat some of these mushrooms. Stick so that I can make this shovel, so that I can dig up some dirt. Flax and spelt. Flax will be extremely useful. Okay, I think that should be good. And that's it. That's a rammed earth hut. Let's go ahead and chop this wood I got. One very important system of this game is ground storage. There are lots of things that you can just put on the ground. And since this is a single player world, you don't need to worry about anyone or anything else taking them. In fact, you can just lay this fire starter up on against the wall, and nothing will happen to it. I suppose I'd like to make the rest of this floor with rammed earth. So let's see what I can do about that. Okay. Well, there's a room. I've ensured that nothing but the bed and the door are flammable. And speaking of which, so far so good. I left a hole in the ceiling just because I have real smoke installed as a mod. The smoke can actually escape through that hole, so I won't die. And this is pretty much my first shelter. fire pit. If I get anything I want to cook, I'll put it there. That doesn't really come until much later. So for now, let's put this here. I do not need birch seeds. And it looks like it is light outside. That's great. All right. So let's see this place we've decided to settle in. I think those are some carrots over there. Onions. Let's go mark some onions. Oh, lots of onions. Chickens. That's a poodoo deer. Now, the biggest problem with having to stay in the Stone Age for an entire year is you're basically at the whims of how much flint you can find. If you can't find enough flint, you're humped. Likewise, when you do find flint, you have to bang it against other flint using the knapping system. Which is its own whole entire thing. All of that only got me 3 sticks. So that bell is part of a mod. It's called Seraph Leveling. I may have told you about it already, but it's a mod that increases your stats higher, the more, basically, the more you do something, the faster and better you are at it. So if you forage a lot, gather a lot of onions or crops or mushrooms or really anything, then you become faster at it gradually. Fly agaric. Yeah. That's poisonous. Flax. Yes. At the very least, this kind of meadow slash light forest is very it has a lot of crops. Which will be extremely useful. I mean, at this point, the game is practically begging me to just start a farm. With all the wild crops we're seeing. If you harvest wild crops, your chances are better than even of getting seeds for those crops, which you can then plant wherever you have tilled soil. I'm not exactly sure about berry bushes, though. They used to just be things that you could pull up and plant wherever you wanted, but now if you break them, they turn into plant matter, some sort of thing that you can't exactly do anything with. And I don't really know how to deal with them. That's a deer. One thing I'd certainly like to do before the day is out is build an animal trap, and I might build it somewhere around here. just because there is an entire family of deer right here. In fact, let me just mark this as home, pinned, save. Deer are over there. This will be an entire project. I might need more than one shovel, but it'll be worth it. Oh, that's a problem. That's just straight up rock. And if I chase a deer into there, too deep, only 2 blocks deep, it will escape. Might make it over here. Yeah, see, now this is fine. And that makes a trap. I need some sticks to mark it. Got some sticks. Got some wattle. Alright, where did I make that? Where did I dig that hole? Here. This is why you always mark that hole that you dig, so that you can find it later. Alright, that looks good. Aha. The deer were just on the other side of this ridge. All I have to do is chase them into this trap, and I have a veritable smorgasbord of meat. Shouldn't be too difficult. Let's go. Pigs. Alright, yep. There we go. Alright, we got 2 deer right here. And the trap right there. Let's chase him. Get moving. All right. How about the third one? It ran all the way over there. Oh, that's turnips. Don't want turnips. For reasons upon which I will elaborate. Oh. Danced right around my trap. That's okay. I can chase it back in. Right. Get right in there. That's right. These are white-tailed deers. Fantastic. I don't think I'll be able to kill them all. Without another spear. As I thought. Sorry, Bambi. I know some might say that this is cheating, this is cheesing. I don't really care. It may not be Minecraft, but it is a block game. And you must take advantage of the fact that you can shape the terrain to your desire. Do anything you can to survive. Because this game does not pull its punches. Now this is a lot of red meat. If I had some Crocs and some, I don't know, maybe like a source of wax or fat, I would make some sealed meals. Because you've always got to be looking to preserve some food for the winter. Even now, even as early as the 2nd of May, that is your ultimate goal. Now, one nice thing about bones is that I don't have to worry about gathering sticks anymore, because I can just make tools with the bones. However, I do also have some additional things. Raw hides and lumps of fat. I can't really do anything with the fat except eat it, but I don't want to do that. Instead, I want to render it. Goodness. I've got the hiccups. Give me just a minute. I think that's done it. And that's basically the entire day. Not a bad haul, if I do say so myself. There is a sinkhole, which maybe I can turn into a trap. It's not very deep. Looks like 3 at the bottom. And then 1. Okay, so 4 times 9, 36. Sure. Oof. I'll make the escape this way. I can just get some more sticks. that. And that is how you turn a potential pitfall into an opportunity. I'll have to go back in later and beautify this area. But for the time being, we have everything we want here. Sometimes, especially after it has rained, the sky will turn a brilliant crimson in the evening. Let's see if there's anything else we don't need here. We're done with those. We're done with those. There's something over there. Small raw hides, don't need those. Okay. We're fine with that. Sure. Sure. I think for now we can just chill right here in the hut. And one thing to keep note of is that this exhaustion meter is not vanilla, but it is an immersive mechanic. Basically, if I don't sleep, this depletes, and if this depletes far enough, my temporal stability will stop regenerating. Of course, there are places in which my temporal stability will naturally not regenerate. But if I don't sleep, let's just say I'm screwed. So for the time being, let's just put all of my meat on a fire pit. I might want actually 2 fire pits. Or 3. Or 4. Let's just go with 5. I probably don't have enough wood to cook all of this. I definitely don't have enough wood to cook it all. But it's kind of a moot point for now, because I'm out of time. And I don't want to keep myself awake any longer. So let's go ahead and eat. And go to sleep. Excellent. What a beautiful morning. And here at the dawn of the third day is where I end this session. If anyone has watched up until now, thank you so much for watching. This is NerdRave87, signing out.